My ex found out I was dating someone else, and tried to ruin my life. So instead, I ruined his. A little over a year ago I was dating this guy who got a job on a cruise line. He said it was only temporary, this was his chance to travel. But only a month in, he called me saying he fell in love with one of the islands and got a job there. He begged me to continue being long distance with him, as he said he loved me. I agreed. A few weeks later he called me, saying he had made a mistake and cheated on me. But instead of apologizing, he went into detail as to why, telling me about how exotic the girl was, and how they had done things together in bed he didn't even know was possible. I had to hang up on him because he wouldn't stop. I did try to contact him from time to time for the next month, hoping maybe he would apologize, and realize his mistake, but he didn't answer any of my messages, so I assumed that we were done. About 4 months later, I am now dating Caleb. We met during the month I was ghosted by my ex, and we immediately became good friends. I told him about my last situation, and he told me he'd have to hold off on asking me out then, until I felt like I was ready. I just bursted into a big smile and a bit later we were official. Since then, we have met each other's families. This is actually the first time my dad has liked a guy I brought home. As a small gift for Caleb, I gathered all of our photos and videos together and made them into a sweet video about our love story, and how it will only grow. After I showed it to Caleb, I posted it on my Instagram. Literally, the very next day, my phone was blown up with texts and voicemails from my ex. He called me an AH and a cheater, saying I was a coward for not contacting him to say our relationship was officially over. I called him back and he started spewing out the same nonsense. I told him he was the one who had cheated and then ghosted me. It has been months since we last talked, and it would be foolish to ever think we'd still be together after all of that. He cursed me out, saying we never officially told one another we were breaking up, so we were technically still together. So I asked him, okay, so you've been loyal these past few months and haven't slept with anyone? He got quiet, then told me he thought our relationship was open, but still a situation where we were only dating each other. I laughed at him, and said, okay, well this is me officially breaking up with you. Predated about 5 or so months, then hung up. I blocked him on every social media platform I could think of, and informed Caleb about the situation. Just as I predicted, my ex started harassing Caleb, calling him all kinds of messed up words. He contacted us from social media accounts I didn't even know he had. Caleb blocked him as well, and we've tried to ignore what happened. The only problem is, now all of my ex's friends have started harassing the both of us. A few even threatened to come and teach us a lesson, to make us feel the same pain my ex felt when he found out about us. I told them to F off or I'd call the police. I thought all of it would just blow over, but he hasn't stopped. He even contacted my parents, lying and saying I cheated on him. Luckily they didn't believe a word, but he's still spreading it throughout all of our old friend groups, and the amount of people contacting me about it is insane. My ex is trying to ruin my life from thousands of miles away, and it feels like he is succeeding. Even Caleb has become a bit distant with me because of all the drama. Once I realized peace wasn't an option, I went the nuclear route. I unblocked my ex on all of his accounts, even the ones I didn't know about, and found out where he was currently working. I know for a fact my ex has gone to jail a few times, because he bragged about it to me when we were together. Just a few petty crimes, but still. I pulled up his arrest records, and sent it to his employer. But something else I noticed while scrolling through his accounts I was unaware of, was how many photos he posted of himself with other girls. Multiple of them were dated while we were still together, even while he still lived here. So I screenshotted all of them, and sent them in one large email to everyone who had been harassing me. I included a message, telling them that he was in fact the cheater, not me. The good news is, that recently he posted about how sad he was because all his friends were abandoning him for no reason, and that he got fired from his job, so he was desperate for someone to help him. The guy even started a GoFundMe. No, it is not doing well. The bad news is that when I told Caleb what I did, he got freaked out and asked for some space. He told me I was scary and manipulative, and he wasn't sure he wanted to be with someone who would go so far to get revenge. I told him it wasn't revenge, just a way to get everyone to stop harassing us. He told me I wasn't the person he thought I was. I tried calling him, and told him I loved him and we just needed to talk things through, but he hasn't answered, and we haven't talked in over 2 weeks. I'm starting to think every relationship is going to end with me getting ghosted at this point.